Have you ever wondered, for the same pension, should you stay in sunny Florida or move to Mexico for a more comfortable lifestyle? It's not just a question of geography, but of quality of life after years of hard work. More and more Americans are looking for places with lower costs, pleasant climates, and friendly communities to retire to. Florida has long been a top retirement destination, but Mexico is gaining momentum with its affordable cost of living and laid-back lifestyle. In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into 4 essential factors: cost of living, climate, healthcare, and community lifestyle, so you can get a comprehensive look and choose the place that's best for you. Subscribe to our channel to discover more great retirement options around the world. Number 1. Cost of living. Is Florida or Mexico cheaper? Florida, with its beaches, sunshine, and American lifestyle, isn't cheap. While not the most expensive state, the cost of living in coastal cities like Naples, Sarasota, or Miami is still quite high. Rent or property taxes can range from $1,500 to $3,000 a month. Healthcare, insurance, food, and utilities aren't cheap either, especially if you're no longer covered by your employer. However, Florida has no state income tax, which can save some money for retirees living off their pensions or investments. Mexico is a very different story. In cities like Mérida, Ajijic, or San Miguel de Allende, you can live comfortably on a budget of around $1,200 to $2,000 a month, including rent, utilities, food, and entertainment. For around $2,500 a month, you can rent a house with a garden, a maid, and eat out regularly. Medical services, food, transportation, and entertainment in Mexico are generally 30–50% cheaper than in the US. You can also rent a house easily, buy fresh food cheaply, or use taxis and buses at very low costs. However, if you live in Mexico and still have income from the US, remember, you still have to pay taxes to the US government. But overall, if the goal is to live well on a limited budget, Mexico is the place where you can stretch your money more effectively. Number 2. Climate. Sunny and warm but pleasant. Florida is famous for its tropical climate, lots of sunshine, plenty of ocean breezes, and mild winters. This is one of the reasons why millions of Americans flock here every year. However, not everyone enjoys the hot summers, high humidity, and storms. Florida regularly faces tropical storms, flooding, and high winds from June to November. Areas like Miami or Tampa can be severely affected during strong hurricane seasons. Mexico also has a diverse climate. If you choose to live in coastal cities like Puerto Vallarta or Mazatlan, you will experience similar hot and humid weather to Florida. However, some highland areas like Ajijic, San Miguel de Allende, or even Oaxaca have a mild climate year-round, with few storms, dry and cool at night, perfect for seniors. Another plus point of Mexico is that winters are not too cold, even in the highlands, and there is no need for much heating or air conditioning, a significant energy saving. In short, if you like a tropical coastal climate, Florida is a more familiar and approachable choice. But if you want cool, pleasant weather all year round and avoid extreme weather events, the interior regions of Mexico may surprise you with their ideal conditions. Number 3. Healthcare. Who takes care of you when you need it? One of the biggest concerns for retirees is healthcare, especially as they age and develop health problems. Florida has a highly rated healthcare system with large hospitals, skilled doctors, and Medicare programs for retirees. You can choose your own doctor and get medical care at a reputable hospital like the Mayo Clinic or Cleveland Clinic in Florida. However, healthcare costs in the US are still high even with insurance. A single hospitalization or emergency room visit can cost you thousands of dollars if it is not covered by insurance. Mexico is a big surprise. Many retirees here say that healthcare is not only cheap but also good. Doctors are often trained in the US or Europe, speak good English, and the cost of medical care is extremely reasonable. An appointment with a specialist is only about $25.50, and prescriptions are much cheaper. You can choose Mexico's public health system for permanent residents or contributors, or pay privately for private care, which is still very affordable. Some people even opt for medical tourism, which is flying to Mexico for treatment because the cost is lower and the quality is the same. If you have Medicare, note that it does not cover your costs in Mexico. However, many retirees find the overall cost of healthcare here so reasonable that they don't need full coverage like they would in the US. Number 4. Community and culture. One of the things that makes you feel attached to a place is not just the weather or the cost, it's the people, the community, and the sense of belonging. Florida has a huge retirement community. There are areas like the Villages, a retirement community of over 100,000 people, built specifically for people over 55 with hundreds of social activities every day: golf, dancing, yoga, art classes. You can connect quickly and feel like part of the community. However, some people find Florida too crowded, commercialized, and impersonal. With so many tourists year-round, life here sometimes doesn't feel as peaceful as expected. Mexico, on the other hand, offers a warmer, more intimate community experience. Towns like Ajijic, San Miguel de Allende, or Chapala have long-standing American and Canadian retirees living in harmony with the locals. You can learn Spanish, join volunteer groups, art classes, cooking classes, or even a salsa club. Life in Mexico is slow and friendly. The locals are friendly, and the family culture emphasizes closeness, making it easy for older people to feel comfortable. However, you need to be open to cultural differences, music, food, and pace of life. If you want a large, modern, and vibrant community, Florida is more suitable. But if you are looking for intimacy, slowness, and rich culture, Mexico may not be the place to go. Number 5. Legal and security. Where is it safer and easier? Retiring to a new place isn't just about the scenery or the cost, it's also about whether you're protected by the law and feel safe. Florida, as a state, has no legal barriers for US citizens or permanent residents. You don't need a visa, permit, or special paperwork to live, work, or use services. The laws are clear, the security system is well organized, and police are present almost everywhere. If you have a problem from medical to legal to real estate, you'll have an easier time dealing with it because you understand the system and the language. Mexico, while very foreigner-friendly, does have its fair share of legal issues. To stay long-term, you'll need to apply for a temporary or permanent visa, which can take weeks to months and requires a minimum income or savings. However, the process isn't too difficult if you prepare in advance. Many retirees have done it successfully. In terms of safety, some people are wary of Mexico because of its reputation for crime. But the reality varies greatly from region to region. Cities with large retirement communities like Mérida, Ajijic, or San Miguel de Allende are generally safer than many areas in the US. However, you should still avoid border areas or areas with high levels of crime. If you value ease of paperwork, clear legal rights, and high-touch security, Florida is a strong choice. But if you're willing to learn the process, be prepared, and choose the right area, Mexico is still a safe and legal place to live. Number 6. Lifestyle and satisfaction. Ultimately, retirement isn't just about money or climate, it's about waking up every morning feeling like you're living a full life. In Florida, the lifestyle is all about familiarity. You're still in an American environment, speaking English, having the same chain of stores, modern hospitals, clear rules. Everything is predictable, easy to control. If you want security, stability, and not too much adjustment, Florida is your comfort zone. Many retirement areas have vibrant senior communities, organized activities, clubs, dance classes, yoga, golf, all of which help maintain an active lifestyle. But if you're someone who wants to reincarnate a new version of yourself in retirement, Mexico can offer that. With its colorful culture, rich food, outdoor life, open-minded international community and emotional everyday experiences, Mexico can make you feel like you're really living, not just existing. Many retirees in towns like San Miguel de Allende, Lake Chapala, or Mérida say they feel 10 years younger because every day is an adventure. They learn Spanish, take cooking classes, bike to the local market, host live music with their neighbors. This sense of novelty nourishes the spirit, helping them escape the boredom that often comes with retirement. However, Mexico also requires you to be more flexible and patient. You may not have all the modern conveniences of the US, but in return you get a lively feeling and a sense of rebirth in life. In short, Florida is suitable for those who want to retire in a traditional way, safe, familiar, controlled. Mexico is the choice for those who want a colorful new chapter, live outside their comfort zone, and find inspiration in life. Retirement isn't just about location, it's about how you want to spend the rest of your life. Florida offers peace of mind, a solid healthcare system, and familiar communities. Mexico, on the other hand, offers affordability, a pleasant climate, and the chance to experience a new culture. There's no right answer, just the one that works best for you. Think carefully about what you really want. Familiarity or adventure? Comfort or savings? Leave a comment below. Are you leaning toward Florida or Mexico? And if you found this video helpful, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on new content about retirement, finance, and travel. See you next time.